adjustments. So when I first started the journey, I found Dave Ramsey in EveryDollar, and that was pretty much, I already knew that I wasn't going to be able to follow his plan to the T because I want to travel, I want to eat out, I want to have a life other than just my debt-free journey for 2 years. That's what my ETA is, to get it completely debt-free except my house. So once I realized that, and I also realized EveryDollar wasn't going to work for me because it forces you to do certain things. Like I can't budget in the future or the back, whatever, because it says, no, you haven't reached that month, and it gives you some kind of message that says, no, you're bad, don't do that in your life. So I switched to a program called YNAB. YNAB stands for You Need a Budget, and it also comes with a program, I think the guy's name is Jesse Meacham. I'll put a link down below. But Jesse basically, one of the advocate things is give every $1 a job and only budget the money that you have available to you right now, let's say in your checking account. This was kind of game changing for me because I would have issues with, let's say I got $1,000 paycheck, I pay my bills and I had $500. Then I would go out to dinner, I would do some things, and then I only had $200. But in my bank account, you would still see $500 because the other transactions were pending. So then I would say, okay, I have $500, not remembering or doing the math in my head. I think we all do that at some point. And it would not equal, and so then I would be overdrawn or have less money than I planned because I didn't keep track of my money properly. The other thing that YNAB doesn't encourage is budget forecasting. So I don't budget all of my checks for the month. I budget only the money that I have. And I fought against that the first month or two where I would budget my whole month, but YNAB does not. It will let you do it, but it actively kind of puts a red screen like, no, you don't really have this money, or some other things. It really wants you to budget only the money you have, and it works. Sounds weird. I was not for this when I started. Definitely something I encourage all people to try and do. The next thing, impulse buying. If I want to buy something today, I put it in my budget for whenever my next paycheck is, and then do I still want it? Or I'll screenshot it and put it in a program called Evernote, and hold on to it. And if I really, really want it, then the next paycheck will budget for it. That works 90% of the time. Sometimes that works 90% of the time, but sometimes you still just want to buy all the things. People who go to Sephora or Ulta kind of maybe know what I'm talking about. And that has happened, but it's happened a lot less since I've actively said, okay, if I really want this, can I wait? And sometimes I wait and I realize, wait, why do I want this again? And I'm like, I don't need this thing. I don't need all the things. The other thing I've sort of adjusted is I don't have to go out to everything. I don't need to be at every party. I don't need to do everything with everybody. The one friend who wants to go out every week or every couple times a week and spend I don't know how much money, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not about that life. It's just cheaper to stay home sometimes. And sometimes it's hard, but then I look at my budget and I'm like, you know what? I'm saving $100 here, or I'm saving $50 that I can put towards a trip or put towards debt or put towards something that means more to me than the 3 margaritas that I might have had that night, or you get the idea. So that has changed too.